Hey there, folks. Welcome in to Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Wanted to do a little show and tell. This is my Hyperlight account. Speaking that I started back when I first started the game back February 2 years ago, 2023, and it's now 5.63. And I just recently bought both packs of the Rogue One. So keep that in mind. But other than that, we've just been doing our thing. This is going to be my monthly comparison video that I started doing for all of it, for all of my accounts. The one for the Hyperlight, which is the first one, is rendering right now, so it should be up shortly. This one will be up. Who knows when after that? But let's just jump in and compare, shall we? Okay, so here we are. We came 4 million. Like I said, I bought the Rogue One stuff, so there's that. But other than that, let's have a look. Let's have a look. See. Let's bring this down. Revan hasn't moved. Yoda hasn't moved. Chewbacca hasn't moved. Rolo hasn't moved. Bam hasn't moved. Han. What's his name? Lando hasn't moved. Trey hasn't moved. You're like, okay, what are you saying? Okay, here's where we get it. Here's where we get to it. Ready? Look at this. Marauder wasn't done. Marauder's right here, and he's done now. Okay. Sith Empire Trooper isn't even on this list. Nihilus was 51 of 100. He's now done. And Darth Talon was 0, and we needed. We're 21 of 65, and she's now done. So that's been the crux of what I've been doing this month, is doing them. If we take a look at my Sith Empire, which I'm doing crossplay, you'll see where my Sith is, Trey and Nihilus, so everybody except for Cyanna's done. So we get to that in a little bit. If you go to Sith Empire, you can see it a little bit more closely. Those done. We're working our way towards the Malak unlock, more than that in a little bit, but Revan, Bastila, Empire Trooper, Marauder. I don't know why I have Marauder still favorited when he shouldn't be. If we're done with it, probably for this. Anyway, so that's good. Talked about Malak. We're getting close to getting Malak. I'm doing this thing across them. So Revan's done, Jolie's done, Mission, Candace, Juhani, Zalbar with the Omicron. So you're like, oh, you're golden, you're overkill. Well, you know how I like to play this. I like to be overly sure. So I'm waiting for Candace's Omicron, and then we just shut off Sith Empire, so we might be closer than I think. Yeah, we are. So I just need Candace, and then we'll go get Malak. So look forward to that. Maybe next month, as we begin to move on Malak. Do I have a? Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, do I have a Zeta I can put on Candace right now, so we could theoretically do it later? So I can start it on it tomorrow or later tonight or tomorrow. Let's find out, because if we can, then we should, but we don't, so we can't. We're about each short, so probably within the next week we'll get that started to look for Malak next month. But obviously, I said, what I said. So we totally finished Marauder, relicking him. We relicked Sith Empire Trooper. We finished Nihilus and relicked him, and we got Talon done. And she's gear, and she's waiting on Zetas and stuff and all this fun stuff. Yeah. But as we transition, and I probably should have had this set up already, but my bad for not having it set up already. Hold on. This is going to be who I was farming last month. Get rid of this real quick. This is who I was farming. Nihilus, Kelron, Darth Scion, Finnick, Mothma, Talon, Obviously, as we transition to this, we're going to see different stuff. And I'll just bring this back up and we'll move it out of the way real quick. Sorry about that. So Colorado, we were 39 out of 65, and we're now 22 out of 60. We haven't moved on. Cyan, in fact, we put some other characters in and moved him down in the pecking order. So we're working on Kelron. We're going to be working on Boosh. We're going to be working on Finnick. Then Cyan, hopefully, maybe. And then we've finished Talon, so we're working on Dash. And you can tell that we've just barely finished Dash. Okay, yeah. We had like 2 over, so we've gotten about 20 stars on Dash. And not too much work, so we just got to. But that's good. So that means we're improving. But goals for this month, if you ask, I'm going to say, obviously, finish Dash if we can. Obviously, finish Caloron. Finish Boosh if we can. That'd be great if we could finish both Caloron and Boosh. And then that would make, me, Finnick, and maybe Cyan, and maybe we move Mon Mothma, who was previously here, back into the rotation, and we'll just see what happens after that. But like I said, the big jump in the GP was from me buying the Rogue One packs. I did not buy the Bad Batch, but I did buy the Rogue One, as you can see, and they're waiting patiently for me to figure out what I'm doing to move on them. But that's down the line. But yeah, that's good. That's good. And it's helped out my ships a little bit. We can see where my ships are. We have the Rogue One up here, and we just need the one. We just need the one piece for Biff's Z-wing. And where's Cassian's Z-wing? Cassian, same thing. We have a little bit more work to do with Cassian, but I talk about that Gerbil Home 1 fleet a lot. This is part of the original makeup, where the starting lineup is Biff's Z-wing, the Raven's Claw, which I'm a big fan of. I know a lot of people struggle with the Raven's Claw. And then you have Biggs on the front, and then the reinforcement is the Millennium Falcon. And then if you need it, you bring in Cassian also. And that's all there is. But this will help working towards it. It's going to help me get to the profundity eventually. And we're going to keep going from there. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about what I'm doing, where I'm doing, why am I doing it, it's just, I want to cover all my bases. If you're wondering about the Old Republic stuff, so look for Malik, Kelleron. I'll actually put them on the front page here. Let's go and do that real quick before I forget. So we can see what we're doing, and I'll go ahead and put him up. So I'll go put him and Boosh on the front page. Finnick's already there. Let's go ahead and put Dash there also, just so we can have it there for first a little visual representation. And then we'll go add Malik in, because we're going to be moving on Malik soon. Like, soon. That's not Malik. But yeah, really, I'm trying to press in on these Sith Empire teams just because I get them out of the way. I can tell you that I talked about this in my Hyperlight video. It's really been helping me get through Conquest, which we're currently in. It's really doing a lot of work for me. So really happy about the return on investment that I'm doing. You can think whatever about me going and getting all the Zetas. That's fine. I'm fine with that. That's okay. So this is who we need. All the characters on the top line, except for Darth Revan, they just generally need more love. That's why they're there. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, like I said, let me know. Leave me a comment. Otherwise, have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.